buddies, Lord Tremendous here. Got yet another battle report here for you. 2,500 point battle, Lord Tremendous, that's me, of the Warriors of Chaos, versus Prince Poetic Justice of the High Elves. And you might understand what that little nickname that I threw in there for means by the end of this battle report. And if you don't, well, then that's because I'm not good with subtle or cleverness or anything of the sort. Here's my army list. Same as the last couple of battle reports. These were all done in the same day, and like I've said 100 times, I don't change my army list in between. If I'm at the store or wherever I'm playing, I don't change it from player to player. I play it while I'm there, and when I make changes when I get home, because that's just the way I play. But I have my Demon Prince, Lord Tremendous. He's got the Mark of Tzeentch, Chaos Armor, Charm Shield, Dragonbane Gem, Other Trickster Shard, Demon Blade, Soul Feeder, Scaled Skin. I have my Sorcerer Lord, Ashkus the Muse, level 3 Wizard with Skull of Catan and Allure Shadow. I have my hero choices, the Exalted Hero, Tardum, the Herald of Tzeentch. He's got the Mark of Tzeentch, he's my BSB. Demonic Mount, Great Weapon, Talisman of Preservation, Third Eye of Tzeentch. I have my Exalted Hero, Lady Elizabeth, with the Mark of Tzeentch, Chaos Steed, Shield, Sword of Change, Luckstone, Iron Curse Icon. And, of course, last but not least, my Chaos Sorcerer, Fune the Flame Warper, Mark Tzeentch, level 1 Wizard, Disc of Tzeentch, Enchanted Shield, Talisman of Protection, Chaos Familiar, and Allure Tzeentch. My core choices are 5 Warhounds, 5 Forsaken, Those Who Roam. They are Mark Slaanesh, of course, because I like the whole Swift Stride thing. Really, their job is to protect the knights, so that Fast Cav can't harass them too much. I've got a unit of 20 Chaos Warriors with the Mark of Tzeentch, Full Command, Hand Weapon Shield, and a Banner of Eternal Flame. And, of course, my Chariot, Vessel of Change, is Mark Tzeentch. My special choice is 5 by Chaos Knights, Elizabeth's Honor Guard, with the Mark Tzeentch and Sorcelled Weapons, Banner, Musician, and Blasted Standard. The rare choice was, of course, the Mutalith Vortex. Gotta love the beast. My opponent's list, this is once again from memory, is General, I believe, was an Archmage, level 4 Wizard, Talisman of Preservation, and Allure Shadow. His hero choice was a Mage, level 2 Wizard, Dispel Scroll, and Allure High Magic. He had a Noble, who was his BSB with the Armor of Destiny on a Terranok Chariot, the little flying deals. His core choices were a unit of 5 Alarian Reavers with bows and musicians, 21 archers with Banner Musician and a Banner of Eternal Flame, I think. He had a unit of 23 Lotharian Sea Guard with full command. His special choices were a unit of 20 White Lions with Banner Musician, maybe the Razor Standard, I'm really not sure. 23 Phoenix Guard with the full command. No, they had the Razor Standard, that's right. The White Lions, I don't think had a Magic Standard. And his rare choices were a Frost Phoenix and 4 Bolt Throwers, because God knows you can't have enough Bolt Throwers. These are my spells, 3 from Shadow and 2 from Tzeentch. And of course the Mutalist spell. No card for that, so I just remind you because I'm a hell of a guy. These are my opponent's spells, 4 from Shadow, 2 from High Magic, and that's pretty much it, because he doesn't deserve anything else. He's an elf. Here's deployment. As you can see, I've got 4 bolt throwers pretty much front and center, 3 over near the forest, 1 just behind the hill, or just on the ridge of the hill there so we can see over it. Meanwhile, he's got all of his infantry right in the center with his little BSB flyer behind them. The White Lions are hanging on the flank, and the Frost Chicken's going to go play with my Knights. That was pretty much my plan. The Disc was going to hide behind a house and fire off his direct damage spells because they don't need line of sight. Meanwhile, the Knights were going to use the house for protection to deal with the Frost Phoenix. All my infantry was going to go up the middle to deal with all of his, with my BSB, Chariot, and Demon Prince going up the middle as well. The Demon Prince being on the right flank was kind of a feint. I wanted a Demon Prince into either a Bolt Thrower or the Sea Guard as soon as possible. I put him over there to make him think I was going after his White Lions, but you'll see what happens. Here's my opponent's right flank. There's the Frost Chicken right there in the back left. Right in front of them, or right in front of the chicken, is the 5 Reavers. There are 3 Bolt Throwers right there, 2 in the forest, 1 just outside. Here's his center. There's his Phoenix Guard with his level 2 mage in there on the left. In the middle is his unit of archers. On the right, our right there is the Sea Guard with his Archmage in there. And right behind them is his BSB in the Tyrannoch chariot. And let's just take a minute to look at that chariot because it is rarely seen, but it is a very cool model. Little flimsy, but a very cool model. And his left flank, there's his unit of white lions and a bolt thrower. Here's my right flank. There's the beast. Right next to him is the demon prince, and of course there's my warriors. Here's my center. There's my BSB on the right with my dogs right next to him. The marauders with Ashkis in the back there, and of course the 5 Forsaken. And there's the knights with Elizabeth and Fune the Flame Warper. Yay! So here's top of turn 1 after movement, and as you can see, I didn't go first, and the elves apparently forgot how to walk, because not even the damn phoenix comes forward. Nothing comes forward. Well, not very far anyway. The white lions, the sea guard move a little bit. I think the phoenix guard move a little bit. The phoenix moves just a touch, but it's almost embarrassing. During his magic phase, he gets -2 movement off on the Mutalith. I'm not sure if it's me. I think it's miasma. But yeah, he targets movement and he nails him with it. However, the miscast 10. Oh no, I'm sorry, I've got this way out of whack. Yeah, during his magic phase, after he got miasma off, his level 2 mage with high magic had arcane unforging. Well, he fires it off at my BSB, and he gets he doesn't wound. He rolls a 1 to wound, and then on a 2 up, he would have destroyed my Talisman of Preservation, and then my BSB would have just been cannon fodder. But no, he rolls a 1. On his miscast, he rolls a 10 and loses that spell. He only loses 1 wizard level, so he loses that spell. So basically, he got the whole spell off for no reason whatsoever. I got all the benefit, he got none of it. So yeah, this miscast 10, this is the wrong wizard in the picture too, I realize now. He's over with the Phoenix Guard, so I don't know why I did this. But yeah, there it is right there. Arcane Unforging is a goner. Woohoo! I don't care. Be mad all you want. That's awesome. That's just fantastic. In a fit of rage, he fires at the dogs and kills 4 of them. Believe it or not, the last dog makes the leadership test or his panic check on his own leadership. How crazy is that? So here's bottom of 1 after movement, and I'm not an elf, so I move the hell forward. The Mutalith moves around the rock to get a better shot at the white lions with his spell. The warriors in a chariot move up behind a demon prince who's like, either you're going to kill me or I'm going to charge you next turn. Either way, you're going to have to deal with me. Meanwhile, my BSB is up there. One of us was going to go into the Sea Guard and try to kill off his level 4. That was the plan. Meanwhile, the Marauders move up with Ashkis, so he has closer range to things. The Forsaken move up to either, basically to give the bolt throwers something to shoot at. I wanted him to either shoot at it, or I wanted the Forsaken to be able to get a hold of him. The disc guy goes behind the house there to fire off his spell at the Phoenix. And the Knights move up to deal with the Phoenix, because I figure, you know what, even if it charges me, I've got a banner on him, so we're even there, and hopefully I can do some wounds to him. The dog rallies. Can you believe that? Snake eyes. That's what he needed. He did panic, by the way. I was wrong. He panicked. He made it to the board edge there, and I roll snake eyes to rally him. And since he's below 25%, that's exactly what I needed to roll in order to make him come back. So, yep, tough little mutt right there, and he comes back into the fight. During my magic phase, I get Infernal Gateway off on the Phoenix, and I do like 7 strength 3 hits on him. I roll all 7 of them, 1/6 hits. I'm able to push it through, which means now the Phoenix has Warp Flame special rule put on him. So he rolls his toughness check, and he rolls a 6, and he gets 2 more wounds put through on him. No armor save. He doesn't make either of his ward saves, so the Phoenix takes 3 wounds right off the bat from Infernal Gateway. How awesome is that? Very happy with that outcome. So we go to top of 2 after movement, and as you can see, the Phoenix charge into the Knights, the Fast Cav charge into the rear of Fune, and I'm actually okay with that because Fune has some attacks, the Disc has 3 attacks, all at strength 4, so I have 5, yeah, 5 strength 4 attacks, and I've got a 1-up, 5-up. So yeah, charge and rear, he's winning by 3, but I'm thinking I got this. I'm hoping I got this. Meanwhile, his Phoenix Guard charged and Forsaken. I didn't see that, to be perfectly honest with you. I didn't think they would charge there. They did. And even though he needed like an 8 or something like that to get there, which isn't really that hard to roll at all, he makes it. And so, yeah, we all know the Forsaken are dead. His BSB on the Chariot charges my BSB, who stands, and he makes it. And, no, I'm sorry, he charged my Chariot at first, which fled. He redirected into the BSB. So there's my Chariot fleeing. He's on that hill in the back there. Other than that, there was really nothing to say. Oh, wait, no, that's not true. The White Lions did try to charge Mutalith and fail. So there's the Phoenix and the Reavers looking for glory. There's, oh, those poor Forsaken. I don't know why I didn't see that. I'm better than that. I should have seen it, but I didn't. So yeah, I lost my Forsakens for a stupid cause this time. There's a picture right there. I don't know why he went after the BSB. He would have had a better chance against the Demon Prince. Granted, the Demon Prince would have killed him too, but with impact hits against a guy with a 3-up, 3-up, I just don't see how Strength 5, Toughness 5 is a good matchup. I think he made a mistake here, but I'm fine with that. I'll capitalize on it. I get to kill an elf. And there's a better picture of the White Lions failing to charge into the Mutalith. During his magic phase, he miasmas the Demon Prince, and he does the big one. So like movement, weapon skill, ballistic skill, no movement. I don't know. 4 different things are lowered by 2. I don't remember exactly. I think it's like movement, initiative, weapon skill, ballistic skill. I don't know. But it really doesn't matter because during his shooting phase, everything that can shoots at the Demon Prince until it's dead. And it wasn't hard. The Demon Prince's greatest friggin' weakness is these Kryptonite bolt throwers. Not even a Charm Shield helped me. I think I rolled a 1 for it. So it's unfortunate, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. The remainder of his shooting is able to put a wound through on the Mutalith, which I'm not happy about, but tis just a flesh wound. Over here in combat, Elizabeth's unit, they take a bunch of hits and a bunch of wounds from this thing, but they make all their armor saves, which is fantastic. And I think they're even able to put maybe 1 more wound through on him. So yeah, they're actually doing really well. I end up winning this combat, I think, because he charges and does nothing. I have a banner and I do a wound. I win this combat, but he stays. And over here, Feud giggles at the fast cav as he slaughters 3 of them. They may have charge and have a rear, but I did 3. I think they win by 1 because they have the musician, but I stay. And of course, the Forsaken didn't have a chance. They didn't even get to attack. I think they rolled armor piercing or something like that, which is really unfortunate. But yeah, they get killed, and that sucks. Over here, obviously my BSB has to issue a challenge. He has no choice but to accept, and I'm able to put a wound through on him. I actually rolled really poorly, but I put all my attacks into his BSB, and he's half dead, so that's something. Let me think. With a charge banner to my wound and a banner, I believe it's a stalemate, so we just kind of sit there and scream at each other. Roar! So here's bottom of 2 after movement, and not a whole lot. The Marauders kind of move around to get ready in case the Phoenix Guard get froggy. The dog that rallied runs up to get in the way of the Phoenix Guard so we can't charge the Marauders. My Mutalith charged the White Lions and they fled. I believe they failed their terror check, to be honest with you. I can't remember for sure. And other than that, my Chariot rallied, so that's a bonus. During the magic phase, I'm able to get Enfeebling Foe off on a Phoenix Guard. I only lower their strength by 1, but 1 is good. 1 is good. Now they're strength 3 instead of 4. And with armor piercing, you know, they're witch elves without the rerolls. Well, I guess with the rerolls. Without the rerolls for wounding, though. That's something. Frost Chicken is hanging on. He's got one wound left. I believe I win this combat because I have a banner, and yet again, he sticks it out. He does some wounds to me, but again, I'm making my armor saves like it's going out of style. However, the fast cav are not nearly as lucky, and Fune kills them both off without a second thought and wins the combat. And he just kind of stays right where he's at because he's got a beautiful shot at the Phoenix Guard now. Over here in combat, my BSB is able to kill off his BSB, and he gets very happy about that. I win, I think I do 2 wounds to him or something like that. I win by 3, but he actually makes his break check. He gets strength 8 for his trouble. That's right, +1 strength for killing the BSB. So that's cool. I've got a strength 8 murderer out there now. Always a good thing to have. And then we go to top of 3, and this is what it looks like. For the most part, not a whole lot. Again, they're elves, they're cowardly. The white lions rally, the sea guard move up slightly, and that's really about it. Everything else is either in combat, dead, or elf. He's able to get the -1 toughness spell off on me, withering, I believe, on my warriors, which is fine. They're not doing anything right now anyway. However, the resulting miscast of 5 ends up popping on her head. She does take a wound, but she's able to ward save it. However, 4 of her Sea Guard die. It's not a ton, but I'll take it. You know, beggars can't be choosers, right? During his shooting phase, though, he takes. I'm sorry, he gets something off on the Mutalith. I can't remember what exactly, but he puts 3 more wounds on him, which is just devastating. And then his bolt throwers take careful aim at Ashkis's roadies and decimates like 5 of them, which is okay. That's what they're for. They're Slaanesh. They're not going to panic, but they're getting closer to being able to hit Ashkis with some of those, and that sucks. I believe the Sea Guard take aim and fire away at the Mutalith, and they're able to put the final wound through on him, and the beast dies. Oh, did that suck. I didn't think that the White Lions were going to fail their fear check, though, and flee, so... Granted, that's not the best combat for him to be in, but I'd rather him die in combat than die to shooting. I miss my beast. So, anyway, and then we go into this combat over here, and we flub. Nothing happens to either of us. I actually make all my armor saves yet again, and the chicken actually makes all his. Although I don't think I really do a whole lot to him, just simply because I think I flub a little bit on this one. I can't remember for sure, but I win by 1 because I still have a banner, and it doesn't matter, though, because he stays. Now that my BSB is strength 8, he has no problem turning that Tyrannok Chariot into firewood, which is awesome. And then he turns to face, I believe, the archers. I know it looks like he's turning to the left here. I change my mind after I take the picture, and I readjust him to look over at the archers. So here's bottom of 3 after movement, and there he is. The BSB charges into the archers just to get rid of them. The idea here was I thought that he could take out the archers single-handedly rather than the Phoenix Guard, who are going to be tough with their 4-up ward, usually a 3-up ward because he's got the high magic guy in there. It just wasn't worth it. They're not going anywhere. They got the dog in front of them. None of his archers are really in range. The bolt throwers can't see him because the Phoenix Guard are blocking line of sight, and the one that can see him has warriors in his face. So I was kind of happy about this. My chariot moves over to get a better angle off on the Phoenix Guard. The Marauders with the Ashkis just kind of saddle over a little bit. Meanwhile, my disc starts paying more attention, I think, to the bolt throwers, and the Knights continue to fight the Phoenix. Oh, that's right. The Warriors did charge the Sea Guard this turn, and they chose to flee, and they get away. There's BSB making it into the archers, and yeah, they're dead. They may be steadfast, but they know their days are numbered, or their moments are numbered, and like they could probably count them on one hand. During my magic phase, I'm finally sick of this damn bird tying up my knights this whole game, and I get the withering off on it, and I lower its toughness by 2, so it's all over but the crying for this thing now. However, the miscast does hurt. Ashkis does take a wound. I roll a 9. He takes a wound. Fune does as well, but he's able to ward save it, so that was a good thing. During combat, the Frost Chicken finally buys it, which is great. Killing off the Phoenix with Knights without losing any Knights is huge, and now the Knights have found redemption from the earlier loss to a Kardashian. There's my BSB starting to beat down the Elves. He kills 4 of them, I believe. 4 Elves plus Charge plus Banner equals they're steadfast. So, I don't think they're going anywhere. Except straight to hell because I get him to break. He rolls like a 10 or something like that for his break check. He flees, and the BSB is easily able to cut them down as they flee, which is outstanding. God, I love my BSB. So after that, we go to top of 4. And it's elf moving again, so there isn't much. I believe his White Lions charged into my warriors, his Sea Guard rally, and his Phoenix reform a little bit to try to get around the dog or whatever, but it's just they're going to have to kill the dog, and they know it. There's a better picture of the White Lions into the Warriors, and I don't know, they've got a 3-up, so it'll be a 6-up, 5-up against the White Lions. I have some hope. However, during his magic phase, he's able to get Enfeebling Foe off on my damn warriors, and he lowers their strength by 2. So now they're strength 2 against toughness 3. I need 5s to wound elves, so all that hope that I had a minute ago, yeah, it's gone. There's no hope anymore. His magic phase, I don't remember what he gets off on the roadies, but he kills 1 more. And then in his shooting phase, since he's no longer having, since he can now target Ashkus with randomizing and stuff like that, Ashkus takes the last 2 wounds and he dies, and 2 of his roadies who desperately tried to save him also die, which sucks. Over here in combat, these useless flippin' warriors, 6 of them die. I'm not steadfast. The damn White Lions, I think, lose 2 of their number, maybe. And of course I lose. I break, I get away. That's the only redeeming thing that happens here. So bottom of 4 after movement, I just kind of realized that this game is getting away from me. So I send a chariot in on a suicide mission to kill the mage and as many Phoenix Guard as he can get a hold of. The Marauders, since they're basically done for anyway, just kind of sit there. The dog gets out of the way to go and try to get in the way of anything it can. I don't even know what I'm going to do with it. And Fune moves out from away from the house to go after the White Lions and try to cut them down so that the next time the Warriors fight them, they have a chance because they suck. Meanwhile, the Knights run up to try to deal with the bolt throwers in the forest. There's the chariot into the Phoenix Guard. The whole point here was to kill the mage. Nothing more than that. The Warriors rally. I used to love these guys. I really did. Over here, during my magic phase, I'm able to get Infernal Gateway off irresistibly onto the White Lions, and I kill all but 6. And then, thanks to Warp Fire, 3 more die because he fails his toughness check. So no regen for them. 3 more die, and that's outstanding. However, the resulting miscast 8 does indeed hurt Fune. He does not ward save this one. So that sucks a little bit, but hey, I killed off a ton of White Lions, and I'm happy about that. During combat, the chariot is able to kill a few Phoenix Guard and take out the mage. He takes 2 wounds for his troubles, but he takes out the mage and a handful of Phoenix Guard. He actually wins this combat, but of course they're steadfast. They're not going anywhere. So here's top of 5 after movement, and there's not a whole lot. The Sea Guard kind of turn to face the BSB because they know it's coming, and the White Lions back up a step or 2 because they don't want to fight the Warriors anymore. During his magic phase, he miasmas the Warriors' movement by 1. During his shooting phase, the roadies get just face stomped by shooting because they're elves. When they get killed, it causes the Warhound that's left to flee, and he flees from the closest enemy unit, which is the Phoenixes, which means he flees through my disc caster, Fune. And as you can see, Fune flees his sorry ass off the table because he fails his panic check. Ah, God, I'm having some good luck, huh? In combat, the Chariot's able to kill one more Phoenix Guard off. That's it because he's making his ward saves. What can you do? He does stick it out, though. He does lose combat, but he sticks it out. So that's cool. So here's bottom of 5 after movement. And there's not much. The Warriors charge the White Lions, and they flee and get away. The BSB charges the Silver Helm, or sorry, the Sea Guard and hits them, and the Knights charge one of the Bolt Throwers and get a hold of them. Magic is pretty much non-existent because both my casters are dead. So we go straight into combat, and my Knights are easily able to take out the Bolt Thrower. The Bolt Thrower right next to him panics, which is great because now he's not going to be able to shoot my Knights down next turn. And over here, a handful of the Sea Guard do end up dying, but they are steadfast and they stay. Over here, the Chariot's luck finally runs out and he dies, but that's fine. His mission was successful. The fact that he hung in there as long as he did is more than acceptable. So we go to top of 6 after movement, and unfortunately, I did not see this until he did it. The Phoenix Guard, after they killed the Chariot, reformed to face the Knights. They needed an 8 to hit the Knights. They hit them. I chose to stay simply because to flee, the board edge was right there. Really sucked. Really disappointed in that. So many things I could have done different. So many things I could have done different there. Like noticing that, hey, the Phoenix Guard could probably turn around and kill you. Yeah. Stupid to say the least. Other than that, there's no other real movement. His character moves away. His White Lines don't rally, and they flee, and they bounce past the Bolt Thrower that makes his fleet or his panic check, bounces through the Sea Guard who don't care, and end up just behind him. There's a better picture of the Phoenix Guard slamming into the Knights. And there's the White Lions. They continue to flee. They're almost to the board edge, but they're not going to flee off the table now because this is the top of 6. He doesn't have another turn. There's Malakoth's Mystifying Miasma going off on the Knights, which started to make me think that this was even a worse combat for him to be in. And then, of course, he gets the Withering off on him and takes 3, so they're now Toughness 1 Knights. I'm like, oh, this is just horrible. And it is. It's the worst parts of the Bible. He's able to easily beat my unit in combat. He doesn't kill him to a man. He runs him down. And you know what? That was inevitable. They were either off the table or off the board. Either way, it was a great move up by my opponent. And as much as it sickens me, I got to give him the respect he deserves for that one. That was an excellent play. Over here I screw up. I don't know. The idea here was the Sea Guard broke. They were steadfast. I beat them in combat. They were steadfast. They broke. And instead of pursuing them, I held, which wasn't a terrible idea because my turn next, I charge the White Lions. They have to flee. I redirect into the Sea Guard. They have to flee. I get the White Lions and the Sea Guard points. Yay! But no, my dumbass thinks, okay, the Sea Guard are fled there. I can, I should have measured and I didn't, which was even stupider on my part. Of course, you can't measure until after the fact, but whatever. The Sea Guard, I thought, were going to be within 16 inches of my Warriors, and my Warriors were going to charge them off the table. I thought that would work. Meanwhile, my BSB turned around to go after his general because I wanted to kill his general. Really incredibly stupid thing on my part. Everybody around the table looked at me like I grew a third eye. I would love to say that I saw it their way. I didn't. I am just a blatant retard in this situation. And I could have probably won the game right here had I just been smart enough to do the fleeing him off the table thing. But unfortunately, I went full retard, and you never do that. You never do that. If you've seen Tropic Thunder, you know you never go full retard because you lose the game. And that's where we're at right here. End the game right here. Of course, the Warriors are 17 inches away from the Sea Guard, so it's an illegal charge, so I can't even make it. The BSB charges the caster, who, of course, flees and gets away no problem. And I lose this game because I deserve to. Great game. My opponent played extremely well. I enjoyed this game. I do see some things in the list I want to change. Don't I always? But it's been a losing streak for me, and that's just part of it. It's still fun. I'm still having a good time. I'm still, paying my dues, getting my lumps. But I have a feeling eventually, when I finally fine tune this list just right, get it really, really nice, it's going to be nothing but victories for a long time. And you know what? My pride really needs a victory or two at this point. I'm almost tempted to bribe my next opponent. Just give him like, here's $20, throw this game, would you? I'm not going to do that. I don't have $20. Are you kidding? But anyway, quick timeout. Banners, banners, banners. Look at the banners. You want the banners. You need the banners. Why don't you get the banners? These banners are outstanding. But don't take my word for it. Look at the pictures. Go to Facebook. Check out the other pictures. Send them an email. Tell them how outstanding they look, and then tell them how much you would like to get one for XYZ Army. Hey, I have PLA Army, and I have a banner for PLA unit in PLA Army. I would like you to make me a banner. And he will go, okay, cool. Here's what I'm thinking, and that's how you get the ball rolling. Real easy. He's a real people pleaser. Send this guy an email. Check him out on Facebook. Check him out on Pinterest. Get yourself a banner. Totally worth it. Check out the tokens, guys. It's time to get you one. Get yourself a bunch, really. Wound counters, augments, hexes, curses, Eye of the Gods, Mutilus spells, stupidity, frenzy, can't move, don't want to move, Hellfire Sword, anything you can think of, any gaming system you can think of, Magic, Pokemon, 40K, Malifaux, Infinity, Fantasy, Battletech, random third-party game that I haven't even thought of. She will make the tokens for those things. Don't even worry about it. Just send her an email and say, hey, this is what I need. And she's going to be like, boom, done. And you're going to be like, whoa! And it's going to be so cool. The only thing I ask is that if you're an international buyer, you got to understand that shipping is flippin' ridiculous. It's going to be $30+ for shipping. So if you live outside the U.S., really take in consideration before you send her an email, because there's nothing she can do about the shipping prices. You know what I mean? But get yourself some tokens. Dirt cheap, solid gold quality. Oh yeah, but in the end, it was a huge defeat. We didn't even bother totaling up points. We kind of looked it over. He ended up getting like 2274 out of me, and I ended up getting like, I don't know, like 1400 from him. It wasn't even close. Oh, God, that was so dumb on my part. But, live and learn. I promise you I don't make the same mistake 3 times. Maybe 4. Who knows? Who knows? I can't promise anything. But, yeah, in the end, the Warriors of Chaos ended up losing everything except for my BSB and my Warriors. The High Elves lost their Mage, a BSB, their Archers, a Frost Chicken, one Bolter, and their Fast Cav Reaver guys, the Illyrian Reavers. Not as much as I would have liked to kill, but hey, at least I made a showing. I should have had this one. Now, I say that. I should have had this one closer. Really bad turn 6 decision on my part. I don't always make good decisions. I've made a series of life choices that I regret, but in this situation, I really, really regret that last one. It seemed a lot better in my head than it was in reality, and reality scares me. I don't know what to say. Really stupid decision on my part. I don't know if it would have won me the game had I gotten the White Lions and the Sea Guard off the table, but it might have gotten me a draw at the best. At the very least, it would have been a lot closer, and I would have preferred that. But my opponent played amazing, and he never gave up hope, never quit playing. And in the end, he not only did he win, but he won by a large margin. So hats off to my high elf opponent. Really good game. The Phoenix Guard charging into my knights like that. It never clicked. I never saw them beating the chariot on my turn to turn around during my turn so they could charge on theirs. I probably should have seen that coming. I really should have, but I didn't, and I paid for it. So guess what I'm going to be looking for next time? But all in all, I can't complain. The Knights did a really good job. They took out that Phoenix. It took them a little while to get those last two wounds on him, but when they finally did, hey, I'll take it. He's not worth quite as much as the Knights are, but it was a start. Unfortunately, the Phoenix got a hold of him before they could do anything more. It was a good game, though. I had a lot of fun in this one. We did a lot of laughing, a lot of screaming and yelling, so that was good. Real tough loss, not because of anything my opponent did in a bad way, just because of my stupid decisions in the last couple of turns and not seeing things. I'm better than that. I just don't like to prove it, I guess. But all in all, a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to the rematch. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this battle report. I hope you had some fun along the way. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Even more so would be better. But yeah, as always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, feel free to put them in the comments section below, and I will get back to you as quick as I can. But yeah, guys, thanks.